Alright, so I was interested in finding out limitation of derived table in SQL Server, and so there wasn't anywhere in the documentation where I could find this information. So I figured I would just do a little experiment and see what you guys find out regarding this. So I did was I just created this dynamic query, and which will create depending on the value I choose for total, and it will build 100 derived table all nested within each other. So let's show you a small example of it. Let's start with 20, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to comment this part out, and I'll show you what this query actually does. So as you can see, the query would for each level 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, you would choose some base value, let's say 0 as column 0 and 1 as column 1 and so on, and it will do it for up to number 19, which is the 20th table, 20th level derived table. And so I want to test the limit of SQL Server on how far it can go, and unless somebody knows the answer, feel free to let me know in the comment. And what I'm doing here is next is I will comment out this exact statement, and I'll show you what it does. So during runtime, you can, as you can see from the left to right, it chose at least one column from each derived table, and it passed it to its parent. So it works fine for that many level. Now one thing I noticed is that as soon as it goes very well up to 100 level, and you can see it can get you at least one column from the 100th level of derived table. Now when I start, as soon as we do 101, what I've noticed is this behavior where SQL Server will complain about it being nested too deeply, and it would recommend that I query or break it up into smaller queries. I don't know if you have all seen this behavior or not, so I'll be curious as to how you handle this kind of scenarios, because technically it will be a nightmare managing a query like that, but I'm sure somebody somewhere will be asked to do the impossible thing. Nobody will ask us to do simpler manageable things. So for that reason, I was just curious about having this little fun experiment. What I also tried doing is I tried modifying this query into another one, so that we can have a couple of different other values. So let's see how that behaves. Let's run this one. So the way I changed this particular query is I added one additional column at each level. Previously I was doing it with at least one column from each level, and now I'm trying to do it with at least 2 column. So, and this is done for 100 different level, and so it didn't matter much. So 101, and as soon as you get to 101, then it just starts complaining. But I'm sure there are other limits that others may have noticed, but at least 1 or 2 column you can go up to 100 level. And let me see in the Object Explorer. Let's see. So this is a SQL Server Developer Edition in 64-bit mode and about 12 gig RAM. I'm wondering if you guys see different behavior regarding this in your platform. So I'll be curious to find out and learn more from you. Thank you.